is here, so let me also acknowledge his presence here today. So I welcome you. Our very distinguished guest lecturer, Professor Okunna, the chairman of Anambra NUJ and your secretary, veterans of our profession, our dear students who are here today with us, my dear colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As always, being invited to any event by the NUJ comes with a lot of excitement. So permit me therefore to thank the organizers of this event and especially the leadership of the NUJ Enugu State Council for inviting me to give the keynote address at this maiden edition lecture series of NUJ Enugu State Council. Indeed, I feel highly honored to be so chosen, but in a special way, I am doubly honored to be sharing the podium with a giant in the media ecosystem, a distinguished academic, exceptional administrator, a thoroughbred professional in politics, but she never accepts he's a politician. But more importantly, my teacher, Professor Stella Okunna. I had the privilege of being her student between 1984 and 1986 at the Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu Department of Mass Communications. In truth, I doubt if I am qualified to really share the stage with this great teacher, and in deference to her, I will make my address so short, because like you and the rest of us here today, I am hungry to listen to a towering figure who to a great extent has broken the glass ceiling on many fronts. You were told that she was the first female professor of mass communications in these parts. I know until she took that position in Anambra State, I don't know if anyone else has taken it, but she was also the first female chief of staff to a governor in Anambra State. And so many other glass ceilings that she has broken. The theme of today's event, promoting synergy between the media, ruling class and society, is very apt because I believe that this kind of collaboration might save our world and detail our country, Nigeria. The big question therefore is, how possible is this synergy? Are the other parties involved willing to work together with the media? I can say without any fear of being challenged that there has always been a synergy between society and the media. As history has shown, their collaboration is on default setting. You know, nobody makes any effort about it, just keeps happening every other day. You know, as society runs to and continues to rely on the media every day, when everything else fails, including when the ruling class, as they often do, disappoint the people, they keep running back to the media. as their last recourse. As we hear all the time, the media is the voice of the voiceless and the defender of the defenseless. When governments fail the people, when the judiciary refuses to give justice, when the police, instead of providing protection, is infringing on people's rights, society runs back to the media. In the same way, when the media is threatened, they run to the people for support and protection. As Corazon Aquino, former president of the Philippines, said, the media's power is frail. Without the people's support, it can be shut off with the ease of turning a light off. Unfortunately, since the beginning of time, the relationship between the media and the ruling class has always been like the relationship between the cat and the mouse. They are forever fighting, be it in the United States of America. I'm sure you guys see President Trump every day battling with the media. Be it in Russia, be it in Britain, be it in Saudi Arabia, be it in Israel, or even the Holy Vatican, there's a constant fight between the media and the ruling class. And like in Nigeria, so also in other countries, I dare say that the Constitution may not have encouraged a cozy relationship between those in leadership and the media. When it charges the media, for instance in Nigeria in Section 2, to hold those in authority to account. You know, there are three arms of government: the judiciary, the legislature, and of course, the executive. Besides these three, there is no other profession anywhere in the world that gets a constitutional role in any constitution but the media. Outside every other profession, it's only the media in Section 2 that they are charged with holding those in leadership to account. We have a role. Architects, engineers, lawyers have no role in the Constitution, but the journalists have a role. Unfortunately, among these three arms, the executive, the judiciary, and legislature, it's only the media that does not get money from government to run. But the other arms get money. I hope we interrogate that further. Okay. Perpetually, the ruling class see the media as enemies, and every effort is made to undermine these men, whom the English author Edward Bulwer Lytton, in far back 1939, described their pen as being mightier than the sword. This the ruling class will do through draconian laws. You remember Decree 2 and Decree 4 and all the decrees. You've heard about the one they're trying to do to gag social media. I hope you know. So they constantly want to do something to undermine the media. They do it through arrests. They do it through sending people to jail, journalists to jail. They do it through physical attacks. I'm sure some of us get attacked every day. And then in some extreme cases, they use murder, death, assassinations to ensure that the media is undermined. As the great Malcolm X re-echoed many years later, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses, unquote. As experience has shown, the unending battle between the media and the ruling class most times affects society negatively. Hence, the need for these two powerful groups to work together for the good of society. I believe that for this to happen, there must be a new sense of patriotism across board and a new loyalty to country, not to self, individual, boss, party, money, interest, or even the medium you work for. We must start to question our motives and motivations. Every one of us should ask at all times, is this action or decision I'm taking, is it for the greater good? Is it for the greater good of society? Or is it for my selfish interest? The media should answer that question. The ruling class should answer that question. Society in general must answer that question. For this synergy to work, we need a new orientation. And what the former economic advisor to President Olusegun Obasanjo, Professor Sito Ogbu, calls a sense of nation. Both the ruling class and the media should see Nigeria as a nation and not a geographical space. They must focus on things that will uplift Nigeria's development. Oh my God. Just a minute. They must focus on things that will uplift Nigeria's development and contribute to improving quality of life. More importantly, those in authority should understand they are in these positions of trust to serve the people, not their personal interest. They also need to understand the important role of the media, and the media in turn should appreciate the peculiar difficulty associated with leadership. As an American, Alex Corley said, the media are a fundamental part of civilization. Without it, we return to isolated tribes, small enough where we know each other personally, but civilization as we know it will end. However, the media should not be carried away by all this power. As a matter of fact, they should watch it because, as Neil Smith warned not too long ago, people in the mass media tend more and more every day to look and act like elected and appointed officials. The power is getting into our head. So when we look at what is happening to us as a country, the humongous corruption, the insecurity, the ethnic and religious divisions, underdevelopment, and the unprecedented despondency in our country today, it has become imperative more than ever before for a collaboration between leaders, the media, and society. Forgive me, my dear friends, our guest lecturer, my dear colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Finally, let me take the full advantage of this platform offered me by the NUJ to bring forward a matter of urgent importance and which has become a big embarrassment to every journalist in Enugu State. The Bible in Matthew 7:5 admonishes us to remove the log in our eyes. I quote, "First remove the beam out of your own eye, and then you can see clearly to remove the speck of your brother's eye." Today we are talking about synergy in the larger society. Sometimes I wonder the great things we could do together. The great things we can achieve together in the Enugu State Council of the NUJ. If there was synergy between members in our council, if there was peace in Enugu NUJ, if we were all working together. This event is taking place in our press center. But as we all know, because of the discord, because of the quarrels. The press center is a shadow of its old self. And rather than being a center for intellectual thoughts and writing and a marketplace of ideas, it has become a marketplace of hotels, beer parlors, shops with leases that will last a lifetime. May I use this golden opportunity, our guest lecturer, my distinguished colleagues, to call on all men of goodwill. I've said this many times in this same room, including our dear governor, Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and elders of our profession, to wade into the crisis in the NUJ. I don't want to know who is right or wrong, and return peace to our union. My dear brothers, my dear friends, the state of our union, the NUJ Enugu State Chapter, is bad. Let me end my very long address by quoting international advertising guru William Benbach. He says, all of us who professionally use the mass media are the shapers of society. We can brutalize it, we can vulgarize it, or we can help lift it onto a higher level. Thanks for listening. May God bless NUJ and may God bless Nigeria.